if you were part of this contingent that saw all of this happen, that saw God's plagues, that saw God defeating your enemies, that led you out into emancipation and freedom, you see the ocean opened up and closed in front of your eyes. You have this great salvific activity from this, obviously from the deity. And then you're out there and you don't like manna, so you're going to go, I don't know, who is this God anyway? I'm going to go back to Egypt because I want some, I had a leek garden back in Egypt. Are you going to do that? If you see these great mighty deeds of a deity, are you going to doubt that deity exists? Now, maybe your kids might, because, well, they weren't there. They didn't see your grandkids. I could understand that another generation, but you're like a month out from this great thing. Hey, just a month ago, we saw the deity, God, very God, Elohim, open up the sea and swallow the armies of Pharaoh that were pursuing us. And a month later, you're going, who is this guy? Why has he got us out here? I don't know. You're complaining. And so what does God do? His response sends the serpents as one of the many things that happen to them. But then also, he's the same God that says, I am burning with wrath against my people, and I will kill them. I will take them out with serpents and great poisonous vipers until Moses.
But in the same instance, Moses was gifted with a magical staff that could turn into a serpent upon request. And then he used that to that was the same magical stick that the magicians use. That was the same stick. And who was it that he didn't pray to God to open up the waters? He called upon another guy, I can't remember his name, to open up the waters too. So, what's going on here? Why would God give you a stick that turns into a serpent? That makes no sense.
That makes no sense.
Not unless you were a serpent. What if that God is a serpent and he's just battling other serpents, just like humans battle other humans? Maybe they're a different color.
and this whole thing with the serpent on the pole. Here's God burning in his wrath, killing the people with serpents, allowing them to be killed. And then he also creates a way for them to be saved. But he doesn't just stop the activity. Okay, I'll stop that. People, if they come to me and they call, no, you got to do a physical representation. I want you to put a snake on a pole. I want you to take time while all these people are dying from snake bites. I want you to cast a bronze serpent and put it on a pole. And it's like, wow. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And then the rod, there's a whole nother thing about that whole, the whole rod issue of the rod of God. And that Moses uses a simple shepherd's staff that becomes, something that comes to mind is it probably was just about a 2 or 3 foot long little piece of stick. You see them today, you go to the Middle East in that region, and that's what the shepherds still use today, a stick. It's like a pole, a little rod that they use to crack the sheep and the goats as they're herding them. And not the big Charlton Heston 6 foot long staff. I think that would have been too cumbersome.
Oh, so, absolutely.
Anyway,